I continue to believe Mr. Trump will not be president. And the reason is because I have a lot of faith in the American people.
There's not going to be a President Donald Trump. That's not going to happen.
Over 60% of Republicans aren't going to vote for Donald Trump.
He's not going to win all 4 of those states.
No,
that's what you're saying.
no.
Guy is just a clown.
Mr. Trump is a serious candidate for the Republican nomination, is so stupendously, incredibly idiotic.
I think what Donald Trump needs to do is quit.
Drop out. Simply drop out and tell America this entire candidacy was a stunt.
Are actively exploring what would happen if Trump dropped out, how to replace him on the ballot.
Which Republican candidate has the best chance of winning the general election?
Of the declared ones right now, Donald Trump.
Donald Trump will be the 45th president of the United States.
Secretary Clinton has conceded to Donald Trump. It is a stunning and shocking development.
What a night!
And a complete earthquake.
The biggest political shocker in American history.
Donald John Trump.
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump.
To the horror of some and the shock of all, reality television star and social media personality Donald Trump was elected 45th President of the United States in November of 2016.
You know, you could see there was blood coming out of her eyes, blood coming out of her wherever.
Do you believe in punishment for abortion? Yes or no, as a principle? There has to be some form of punishment.
It must be a pretty picture you drop into.
John and Dennis thought I should be. Omarosa said me.
Numerous lurid comments Trump has made throughout his career as a public figure made gender equality advocates nationwide good and mad.
Putting a wife to work is a very dangerous thing. I don't want to sound too much like a chauvinist, but when I come home and dinner's not ready, I go through the roof, okay?
Nobody has more respect for women than I do. Nobody.
As a result, the Women's March on Washington was scheduled for the day following Trump's inauguration. Solidarity marches in hundreds of other cities, including Boston, unfolded across the country.
I really just liked a sign that I saw. It just said, "This is very bad."
I've seen better cabinets at IKEA.
I'm just very concerned about the direction that Trump is going in.
I think this is the most dire circumstances that our nation has been in, so.
I'm worried about my rights. I'm worried about just, he's gonna divide us.
A lot of people are very afraid about the future of what's going to happen.
According to city officials who spoke to the Boston Globe, 175,000 protesters, almost double the organizers' expected turnout, gathered on Boston Common to voice their extreme unease with the Trump administration.
I guess of like the laundry list of reasons to be worried about Trump as president, what's your top 3?
Oh my God. Too hard to choose. There's so many. I honestly don't know how to. There's so much.
I think I'd have to say freedom of speech and freedom of the press, but it just goes on from there. The Muslim registry is also top of my list, that we can have no registry like that, tracking people on those kinds of issues. And as women, we cannot tolerate having our rights at all jeopardized.
Just generally human rights and the environment.
Number 1 for me is nuclear war. Number 2 is his supporters and what they can do.
I think the most dangerous is going to be militarization.
Environment, civil rights.
Honestly, Mike Pence is my biggest worry. But I just, the anti-abortion stuff, the homophobia, that's what I care about the most and what I feel is going to affect the community I live in the most, and my friends.
Women's March organizers have indicated they plan to arrange future marches and protests. It's impossible to say to what degree continued mass demonstrations will impact Trump's policy. However, considering the streets were already flooding with opposition before Trump enacted his highly controversial Muslim ban, we do know a huge swath of Americans won't stop being ticked off at the president anytime soon. Probably not for another 4 years at least.
You know, people are saying that they're not fine with that, and people do represent what America really stands for. They represent the equality, democracy, and it's great to see that people are expressing themselves. So,
I'd also say keep putting political pressure really through mass movements on elected officials and the government.
I think that the American people are really energized, and in a way that I think instead of us holding back the damage that they're going to do, we have every opportunity to make things right at this point.
100,000 people in Boston Common. That has been the most inspiring thing I could ever imagine. All these people who have come together today and all over the world to say that no, we are not going to tolerate Donald Trump and what he stands for and what his cabinet stands for, and we're going to stand up every single day.
I hope that people just keep going and that they don't let, the media silence them or negative voices telling them protesting isn't worth it.
This actually is just the beginning.
I'm feeling hopeful that people are going to come out and voice their dissent.
It's going to open people's eyes, let them see the stuff that they haven't been seeing for a long time. A lot of stuff gets swept under the rug.
I'm hoping he realizes how important this is. I'm hoping he takes everything seriously. I hope he stops tweeting. And I hope he gets people in there that are going to take care of us.